station until you gain access to the rest of the sector, Commander.
Ship is secured. We shouldn't appear on anyone's radar here at once.
Structure is only as strong as its basest elements, the dirt on which it is built, which is each and every one of you. Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I may be your sovereign, the protector of Arcadia, and the bedrock upon which our system is built, but even I can't succeed alone. So be diligent. And remember, failure will be met with severe consequences.
Commander, Abar and I will secure the building down here, while you're upstairs restoring power to the door.
Certificate of mental refreshment. Congratulations on your newfound refreshment, Cadet Maury. You're hereby authorized to return to protect your society in your new position at Horizon Point Station. While this new role may present what seems to be a jarring change of pace from your previous daily activities, rest assured you are exactly where you should be, according to the plan. Should you experience any side effects such as memory loss, a compromised attention span, general confusion, gastric discomfort, increasing sense of dread, reach out to us at once for an emergency refreshment session. Remember, we're here to serve you, so you may in turn serve the sovereign. Long may he guide us.
Don't worry about us, Commander. We got things covered now.
I can't succeed alone. So be diligent. And remember, failure will be met with severe consequences. Dirt on which it is built, which is each and every one of you. Yes, you.
The history of Utopia, what every good subject must know. Important. If you have received this pamphlet, you are to read it in its entirety, hourly, until it is committed to memory. A subject who is knowledgeable of our society's foundation is an empowered subject indeed. Arcadia was founded by the intrepid, visionary genius Alexander Varick, known today as our beloved matriarch. Thanks to her revolutionary invention of skip drives, She gained the power and resources to form the colony of her dreams, a utopia where we want for nothing and together can achieve anything. And you, dear reader, are living in it. Upon her passing in 2260, the sovereignty was passed on to her son, Reuben Varick, who further led Arcadia into prosperity. And in 2345, just 7 years ago, we welcome our second sovereign, Alexandra's grandson, Henry Varick. With his unique perspective and guidance of his most trusted advisor, Counsel Amory Thoreau, Arcadia will surely be led into an even grander age.
The cog in the machine. You are the cog in the... that keeps us productive. I may be your solver, the protector of Arcadia,
Agent DeVries's orders still stand. Power must be restored to the door and proceed into the sector. Agent DeVries's orders still stand. Power must be restored to proceed into the sector.
I have an issue with the speaker.
Agent DeVries's orders still stand. Power must be restored to the door in order to proceed into the sector. Agent DeVries's orders still stand. Power must be restored to the door in order to proceed into the sector.
There it is. It's like I have a 7.1 surround speaker system, and for some reason there's like a spot where it disappears. I guess I'll have to check my afterwards. Just kind of weird. So I'm not sure if it's my speaker or I think it's the game.
Agent DeVries's orders still stand. To be restored to the door in order to proceed into the sector. Agent DeVries's orders still stand. Power must be restored to the door in order to proceed into the sector. Agent DeVries's orders still stand. Power must be restored to the door in order to proceed into the sector. Agent DeVries's restored to the door in order to proceed into the sector. Agent DeVries's orders still stand. Power must be restored to the door in order to... Agent DeVries's orders still stand. Power must be restored to the door in order...
This is gonna kill me. So I guess I'll check that real quick. Okay, so I just did a speaker check, and all my speakers are working fine. So something in the way that they encode the surround matrix in this game is messed up. Where after you trigger a sound, if you move the camera around, like the sound gets stuck somewhere, and then it seems like it all sometimes even completely disappear for a little bit. It's very odd. Robin Maury. Oh, he's the one who has that certificate downstairs.
Expiring without permission will result in generics being assigned. Greetings, subject. Please note that shooting at this unit is unsanctioned and punishable behavior. Additional demerits assigned for misuse of electrical current. A subject is better able to serve when all their blood is contained within their body. Additional demerits assigned for misuse of electrical current. Noting nearby subject as unable to function due to death. Expiring without permission will result in demerits being assigned.
Is he gonna keep pushing out the demerit tickets?
A subject is better able to serve when all their blood is contained within their body. Additional demerits assigned for misuse of electrical current.
Oh, I see it's disappearing. There's a maximum number of demerit tickets.
Commander, we finished our sweep. I'd wager we could use the intercom to call for help, Commander. Must be a guard around here somewhere who can shut the mechs down. Screen's broken, so should be nothing to pass yourself off as one of their own.
I also found a vent around the corner might get us inside in a less conspicuous manner than strolling through the front gate. Though you'd have to pick the lock to see for sure.
Always a good idea to have a cover story.
That don't work out. This here mag bag should come in handy.
Intercom's right there, if you're keen to give it a try.
Look at the vent I mentioned. Don't mind the sounds. I'm sure you feel.
You've been assigned to this posting for a reason. You maintain order and cleanliness with this landing pad until ordered otherwise. In case of emergency or extreme confusion, send a message to Arbiter immediately. Please continue to review your mental refreshment outtake pamphlet to remain in step with your duties. Remember, your ability to complete your duties will be reflected on your perpetual appraisal or of purpose. Momentarily not knowing where you are is not an emergency. Do not use sharp objects when cleaning the electrical wiring. Cut through the grime is a figurative expression. This landing pad is scheduled for decommission soon as part of protocol for Family Varric's visit. Once this happens, you're to report Central Dispatch for your temporary assignment. This is important. Once decommissioned, security measures will restart upon any power surge, so should you attempt to continue cleaning, it is likely you will be fired upon. Should this happen, seek cover and put out any fire on your person before contacting the Arbiter. Last few years have been difficult since the death of our beloved first sovereign, but the protectorate remains strong. A new sovereign, the first son and grandson of our beloved matriarch, will lead us to a new future for all humankind. Our moral obligation to lead humankind was set back on earth when the matriarch and the first presiding bishop order of the Ascended first envisioned a perfect society. It is our legacy, it is our mandate, it is who we are, but none of us can do it alone. Your neighbor takes comfort in knowing you would not hesitate to report them for questionable behavior, and we know you feel the same. However, even the most upstanding subject sometimes needs guidance. So remember, if you're not sure what to do, rely on your local vigilant to guide you. There's a problem with HDR with this game. It's like if you don't turn your shadows all the way down, let me just do this real quick. 300. If I turn this all the way up. No, that's still dark, okay.
Cadet Warden Fourth Class Corps member seated. It's a glorious day in the Protectorate. How can I serve? Wait a moment. You're calling from landing pad 0-53? That's listed as decommissioned. And yet the defenses have come online? Please be so kind as to inform me of your name and ID number so that I may report you for this infraction. And hurry, please. The transmission of the Sovereign's family's arrival will start any moment. I can scarce afford the demerits of missing it would entail. Naomi? Oh, now I understand. I heard you were, that your condition wasn't, optimal. What? I know I shouldn't be asking this, but what was it like? The mental refreshment. By the architect, you're one of those. I am pleased you have been returned to us as a fully functioning subject. I can't do that. I mean, I would, it's just... You know what, though? In your condition, you're unlikely to even remember this discussion. So it should be of no consequence to me. I will disable the defenses for you, Maori. But in the off chance you happen to recollect any of this, I beg you never speak of it. And please, do not go around pressing any buttons or fussing with any more what's-its. You wouldn't want to be sent back to... reassigned again?
Commander.
Let's not waste time congratulating ourselves.
Require more help, Cadet. Turn to your superior. Just don't poke anything. Require more help, Cadet. You'll need to turn to your superior. Just don't...
You are not just a cog in the machine.
Great work, Commander. Should we get a leg on that?
Security has disengaged. You may now proceed into the sector.
Well, that's dealt with. We should head on into the sector.
Commander, the situation is becoming more fluid than I'd originally planned for. We've got to change our approach. Split the team to handle comms and security concurrently.
Great work, Commander. Should we get a leg on that?
Good to know DeVries is consistently on edge. Wasn't just me. You'd think she'd never been on a mission before. Everyone knows fluid's about the best you can hope for. Well, sitting here jawing ain't gonna accomplish much. Looks to be central dispatch on the right with security ops on the left. Which you taking, Commander? We'll hit the other. Kinda figured that'd be your choice. Abar and I'll take central dispatch, then meet you at the skip labs. We'll stay well out of trouble, won't we, Cadet?
So long as nobody pulls us into their trouble. Any protectorate goon who gets in our way won't be left alive to tell the tale. Like you told me, Commander, no mercy.
Right. Well, then, notwithstanding Abar's enthusiasm here, or DeVries' concerns over fluidity, I'm fairly certain we've got this under control. Rest easy, Commander.
Agent Pascal, ma'am, I've been concentrating on how best to gain entry into dispatch. You know, without bringing all manner of chaos down on us.
Oh, you gonna school me on some of that newfangled academy training of yours? So long as it don't result in us being unceremoniously shot, suppose I could hear you out.
Shot's certainly part of it.
Security office is heavily guarded, so be vigilant. You'll need to shut down security measures once you're inside. I've left a drone for you in the watch post. There's a key to a maintenance tunnel you can follow into the building.
Drilling in progress. Observe this
Alright,
is
you got
document
any thoughts
termination
how we are
of
this
the
week?
media path.
Being awfully quiet.
Apply yourself to your duties.
How about I, show you when we get to where we're going?
Jensen and I are in position above the sector, Commander. Path's been cleared. Only encountered one guard. He's been dealt with. You should have seen it. It wasn't pretty.
As long as it was done righteously in the name of the Earth Director. Right, Sandoval?
I wouldn't stand too close to the airlock before most of the airlock when we're back on the ship, Pascal.
Why? Is there something wrong with the airlock?
Yeah. I'm doing something weird with the grades. See that? I guess it doesn't matter.
maintenance access for you, with instructions on how to use it to quietly bypass the guards.
What is that?
Neighbor, I do all I can. That is my great sovereign's loving plan. That's why I love my sovereign.
It's that kind of voodoo magic. She's stabbing the air and he's dead.
Have you seen Lowry since their return? The state they're in, it saddens me.
Yes, it is sad that they weren't worthy. Otherwise, they'd have had the strength and constitution to emerge a better subject, more able to fulfill their duties.
Yes, that is exactly what I meant. Pray speak to the Protectorate.
The sovereign provides a system of minds.
A bid for mental refreshment. Warden Gion, I'm writing discreetly to propose a solution to your recent personnel troubles. I've recently heard tell that one of the former cadets under my senior's purview has demonstrated significant changes in behavior and efficacy after undergoing a 6-month mental refreshment sojourn. Considering the success, I wonder if it might be a viable option to... The rest of the letter appears to have been abruptly abandoned. How come I'm not going into first person? I guess you can't change it while you're in the game. I regret to confide in you that I have been foolhardy with my work as of late. It seems my prize hauler automech drifted too close to the core in the diagnostic laboratories. Its coding has unfortunately warped. Its arm only works on one side, and the audio cartridge begins and ends every status update with abrasion detected. Please do whatever you must to fix it. My superior has made it clear I cannot request any more automech assistance due to my level of performance. This morning you will have received a dismantled auto mechanical in a crate. You have to immediately inspect and diagnose any existing deficiencies in its wiring and targeting systems. The auto mechanical in question mistakenly identified its handler as an unsanctioned presence and began to fire upon her. For obvious reasons, we cannot have this happen again. I will expect a report of your finding by the end of the day.
Service of the sovereign. You're here. I don't care where I'm assigned. The bounty bestowed upon each of us is superlative. Thank the matriarch we don't live in one of those greed-driven corporatist colonies.
Rules for the family Varric's visit. We all have a duty to the Protectorate, and the family Varric, kin to our esteemed sovereign, is no exception. Yet their burden is far greater than any one's subjects. While you're responsible for being a good and loyal subject, and ensuring your family and neighbors are the same, they're responsible for guiding the life of the entirety of Arcadia. In light of this, and to not add to the burden by forcing them to acknowledge your existence, during their visit, subjects are allowed to 0.35 seconds of gazing upon their visage with their head downcast. Direct eye contact is forbidden at all times, and no unacknowledged subject is allowed to bask in their glory from closer than 3 meters. Okay. You got what in the butt?
give you no more problems. Rendezvous with your crewmates outside and meet me at the skip labs as soon as possible.
Warden Lewis, I'm most satisfied to hear that all our personnel are adhering diligently to protocol. I would expect nothing less as we prepare for the Sovereign's family to visit our station. Cadet Maury is set to return for mental refreshment shortly, and the reports are not good. Restrict him to menial tasks until we can gauge his capabilities for ourselves, and let us keep him out of sight during the upcoming visit. We'll be sending instructions on how to properly receive our guests in the next few days. It is incumbent upon us to do our utmost to ensure they have a pleasant and safe visit. Anything less will be answered for. The last few years have been difficult since the death of our first sovereign, but the protectorate remains strong. Our new sovereign, the first son and grandson of our beloved... Okay, I already read this, right? Yeah. Now, the writing in this game seems like it's a lot better than the previous game, because it's not non-stop just jokey, the whole thing becomes a parody. I mean, I understand the whole... you know, corporate takeover of the universe, but it was just like, I see that when you pick up items, the descriptions are still like foolish, you know, funny foolishness, but at least like when you're reading the lore here, like the emails, they're not like too on the nose anymore. I think last time it was just too unserious, you know. I mean, yeah, the whole thing is kind of funny, corporate takeover, but it doesn't mean that the whole universe becomes unfunny. If anything, it should have like a little bit more bite to it, you know. But it didn't have any bite. It was just like a big old parody, and I don't think that that was what they were after. I'm not sure, maybe that was what they were after, but that game lost me. I think the writing here is, so far, is a lot better.
We're en route to the comms control module. Just need to deal with these guards, quiet-like.
The Vigilant was so proud when I was assigned to this research facility, but I've shamed him, shamed everyone. Arbiter Jackson frequently and forcefully reminds me that I am lacking in discernment and ability due to my repeated failures. I even stepped in a pool of sick yesterday and didn't notice until another cadet angrily informed me. But everything pales in comparison to my inability to grasp the articles of doctrine. Several of them seem contradictory on their face, but it must be miscomprehension on my part. As all aspects of the Protectorate are infallible, I'm truly at a loss, but to admit confusion would only cast further doubt on my worthiness and add to my demerits. And if I accrue too many more demerits, mental refreshment awaits me. I know it's meant to make those who need it better subjects, but the stories I've heard of the unfortunates who return with half-lidded, absent stares no longer themselves, forgetting even where they are. Sovereign, preserve me.
Attempting to resuscitate Agent Ibarra. Please stay clear.
When did the void have any eval?
An unabridged debrief is not available at this time, but in the parlance of Agent Pascal, some crazy, censored, alert. This unit has lost contact with Agent Pascal. There is a 90% chance she is trapped under rubble, most likely mortally wounded and beyond health. Triage protocols dictate stabilizing Agent Ibarra's vital signs before commencing recovery efforts. Please secure the area.
You just stab him in the butt. You're still losing blood. You need to stanch the bleeding. In addition to defibrillation.
Acknowledged. Adding, staunch the bleeding to priority queue. This unit will relocate Agent Ibarra to the incognito once he is stabilized or deceased. All other agents are advised to continue with the next mission objective. Please head to the skip labs now. Per Earth Directorate guidelines, an incapacitated agent's equipment is available for team use. Agent Ibarra's rifle is now yours, Commander. Using it may improve your odds of survival.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be staunch the bleeding, like just like what Val said, but they misspelled it.
We need an updated tactical report with our agents down.
There were no hostiles in the immediate area. No logical cause for that explosion. There's nothing more we can do for them. It doesn't change our mission. We have no choice but to keep pushing forward.
Ibarra, please respond. Alert. This unit has lost contact with Agent Pascal.
That's out of the ordinary.
Commence target! Ammunition depleted!
Whoa. This is a reminder that the annual Day of Remembrance will take place a fortnight from today. Let us use this time to reflect the wisdom of Alexandra Varick and how we might each do our part to safeguard the perfect society she built for us. In honor of our matriarch, all personnel of Horizon Point are to gather at the highest platform of their assigned sector at midday and raise their hands to the sun. May her legacy inspire us all.
Hey, you there! Come over here at once! Please? What are you doing here? Why aren't you at your post? Is this whole facility gone mad? Something awful has happened. We must be on our guard. Security ops cannot even be reached despite all of my attempts. This should be impossible. Bottlenecks all returned to their charging stations and deactivated. And then there was the explosion. Please, tell me you know what's happening here. By the matriarch, your voice. You're the one I spoke to over the intercom, but you're not Mallory, which means I let an unauthorized person into the facility. No. I am ruined. Played me for a fool, talked me into an action that borders on treason. And now, the price must be paid. I'm a loyal subject, I swear. Why don't you do this to me?
Subterfuge in the pursuit of justice is sometimes necessary.
You speak to me of justice while spitting in my face and call my fealty into question with your actions. I am a subject of the Protectorate. I need not tolerate some malcontent having sported my expense.
I'm sorry, that explosion upset me. I sometimes say the wrong thing when I'm upset.
I see. But that is a failing of mine as well. And far from the only one. You are far braver than me to admit such so readily. To be honest, I fear the demerits I have accrued due to my myriad failings doomed me long before I encountered you. It is only weeks, if not days, before I must face my fate. I'll just wait here for them to come and take me away. It is over for me. I need accepted. I know I'm still a loyal subject, even if no one else does.
I think this is better because he's afraid of mental refreshment.
Of what matter is it if I go willingly or not? The fact is that it is unavoidable. My latest perpetual appraisal of purpose was less than adequate. It's just sitting on Arbiter Jackson's terminal, waiting like a blade above my head. When the demerits for this are added, maybe I'll be lucky and they'll just execute me instead.
It's on a terminal here. I can try and find a way to help you with that.
What do you mean, help me out? There is no help for me. Petitioning for redress is only admissible in extreme circumstances. Anything else shows a disrespect for the system's purity and perfection. I'm not certain I follow. You're saying you would alter an official report without authorization? To cover my abject failures? I've never heard of such a thing. That could be like having a new start. Wait, what am I saying? I cannot be party to your scheme. I'd be caught for sure. You do that?
Of course, if you let me into the skip lab.
Yes, at once. Glory be to the Protectorate. Please remember what we spoke of. Off with you now, before you're spotted.
Wait, I was gonna help you.
Off with you now, before you're spotted.
I don't know what happened out there. This is all wrong. Niles. She was a promising agent, but we've got no time for grieving. Take the lift behind you and get to me as soon as you can. It is imperative we retrieve this unsealed core and escape this station, lest his sacrifice be for nothing.
Oh, it's working now. The problem with this is you can't see your character. You're just a floating arm. I don't like that. Warden Gion, I have been conducting a minor yet thoughtful and scientifically sound experiment alongside my daily duties. I've noticed a few peculiarities that have led me to believe that the items swallowed up by the rifts may, in fact, be somehow recovered. Now, this hypothesis is in its early stages, but I believe with some dedicated time and resources, we can dig deeper into the matter. Do I have your permission to proceed? Cadet, while I wish I could applaud your industrious spirit, your unwillingness to focus on your mandated work has given me pause. Do you not believe in the decision to place you in this position was a wise one? Are you suggesting the plan is not an acceptable path to follow? May these questions open your eyes as you may see the roof of your brazen effrontery. Set aside your hypothesis and instead redouble your efforts toward finding a cause for the rift's creation as you have been chosen to do. Warden Jeon, your new work orders acknowledge and roster specifically equipped automechanicals will be arriving shortly. Our team of mechanists are raring to get started. Surely with this new methodology, our work in stabilizing the containment chamber will be all the more effective. As a side note, I'd like to assure you that Mechanist Portable only has one automechanical under his purview, so the rest of the fleet should remain functional as anticipated. Where is this file for this guy? Oh, it's over here.
Commander, be on your guard. I'm picking up increased security activity in your area. They'll be at your location at any moment.
It is not our place to question. Huh? Right. Back to it. What? Where can I protect the media?
Ah.
Minimizing exposure. Target reacquired. Replenishing my firearm. Every component is vital.
Oh, is this it? Oh, this is for... Okay, there we go. Alderman's observation notes. The other cadets and I were discussing the skip core over luncheon, exploring the possibility of harnessing its power for other applications, when a thought occurred to me. The containment seal around the core appears flexible, enough for a small item to pass through. What happens when an item makes direct contact with the core? We have been warned away from approaching it at all costs. But I wonder... patterns or lack thereof. I thought this new position was meant to be full of wonder and discovery, but no. Months in and I have nothing to show for my hard work except a legion of dismantled skip drives. All of them have malfunctioned in some fashion. And yet I can't find a pattern between them. Surely there must be one. Until we discover it, I believe it unwise to declare any drive as free of defects after inspection, as we cannot truly know for certain. We must find the pattern. Only then can we understand how they cause the catastrophes that come after. Where is this,
Chase.
It's over there. What's over?
It's over there?
ah.
Huh. Some lingerer, no doubt.
Trifling nuisance. Replenishing my firearm. The protectorate endures. We must all fulfill our duty to the protectorate, but none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together.
Today, I witnessed Mechanist's portable solder mechanical passing too closely to the chamber's walls and getting half of its arm melted off in the process. I'm curious if all materials would suffer the same fate. I took the liberty of tossing a pair of Vaughn's spectacles into this the chamber this evening. Something odd happened. Just before it dissipated into the void, it appears to flicker, as if attempting to reconstitute itself. I need more data to make sense of this.
The skip drive is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are. And falls to you, the eyes, the ears, the brains, a Horizon Point station to determine who introduced
Frame rate in this area is so bad.
skip drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our duties as a sector, but none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together. The skip drive is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are. And falls to you, the eyes, the ears, the brains, a Horizon Point station to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our duties. But none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this. The skip drive is legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are. And it falls
Let me stop here.
the eyes,
Thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell. I truly appreciate it. Happy gaming!